Hey co-stars, welcome to another episode of Generation Films. My name is British Ben, and today we will be covering the pride and joy of the Stargate system lord Anubis. You know, some men deal with their midlife crisis by buying expensive sports cars, finding younger, attractive trophy wives. But Anubis, he got this ginormous mothership complete with superweapon. And it really fits his character. Anubis loved to make an entrance. Look, he was always announcing himself.
I am Anubis. I am Anubis.
And he was also always going on about power.
The power of the ancients is mine. You will bow to my awesome power.
And the mothership certainly had a powerful superweapon, and we will cover all of that and more in this episode of Stargate Ships Explained, Anubis's Mothership. First, let's talk about size, because that's the most important thing, isn't it? This thing was supposedly 2,000 meters across, which is probably like 100 miles or something. Look, this is what it would look like hovering above Paris. The ship boasted a crew of 1,500, 20 sets of transportation rings, over 50 death gliders, over 50 Al-Kesh-class bombers, and one personal escape pod for Anubis. This escape pod was hyperdrive capable. So you know all that captain goes down with his ship stuff? Yeah, Anubis didn't really go in for that. The mothership also boasted a powerful plasma superweapon powered by crystals known as the Eyes of the goa'uld. Now these were 6 crystals that were given to powerful goa'uld system lords when they defeated Anubis the first time. And if all 6 crystals were combined, their power would increase tenfold. Does anyone sense sort of a Lord of the Rings vibe going on here?
9 rings were gifted to the race of men, who above all else desire power.
Anubis seemed to borrow a lot from cliched human movies. To be honest, his whole outfit was really just a bad cosplay of Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars. Look, he's got the hood, the throne, even his choice of words.
So be it. So be it.
Anyway, the superweapon is what we were talking about. It was powered by these crystals in a power core which Anubis had modeled after the Death Star power core from Return of the Jedi. Maybe he only had that one Star Wars movie on DVD, like literally watched it 100 times. Like, seriously dude, check out The Mandalorian, maybe the prequels, not The Last Jedi, and maybe you'll get some more ideas. Anyway, the superweapon was capable of taking out a fleet of Hatak-class motherships all at once. And the whole look of the energy from this weapon reminds me of Nuclear Man from Superman 4.
Destroy Superman.
It seems Anubis only watches movies from the 80s, and I take back my Star Wars comment because it seems he did actually watch something else. In addition to destroying ships, the weapon had the power to destroy entire structures and even probably a city on the surface of a planet. But the ship did have one critical weakness. A small fighter could breach the shields by performing a very short hyperspace jump. Now Stargate hyperdrive is different to Star Wars hyperdrive where you had to worry about bumping into stuff. In Stargate, in the hyperspace dimension, you can literally do a hyperspace jump through a planet or through a ship's shield. Once inside the shield, Colonel O'Neill was able to fire missiles from the X-302 to destroy the power core and thus the superweapon. But the ship still survived, and later Anubis decided to pull an Independence Day above Jonas Quinn's hometown. Anubis was after the element Naquadria from Jonas Quinn's home planet to power the superweapon now that the Eyes of the goa'uld had been destroyed. And it seems that this weapon was a very capable multi-fuel hybrid machine, probably very environmentally friendly too. And like with carbon offsetting, probably the savings in emissions offset all the destruction it caused. Anyway, Anubis tried to use the Naquadria, but the weapon exploded. And then Baal turned up with a fleet and was able to destroy the ship, partly due to the fact that the shields were 40% less effective within an atmosphere. And then after that, Anubis somehow manages to build another ship of almost identical design. This time he uses it to attack Earth with a fleet of 30 ships. You see the sheer number of auxiliary vessels that the mothership carries at the Battle of Antarctica, but the ship is no match for the weapons of the ancients, which Colonel O'Neill is able to activate. And the ship is destroyed, although we do see it one more time in an alternate reality, this time commanded by Baal in the Stargate DVD, Stargate Continuum. And one last bonus fact for you guys, Anubis and Sokar were played by the same guy, David Palfy. I guess that's pretty easy to do since you never actually see Anubis's face. Alright guys, leave your comments about Anubis's Mothership below. If you want to do what we do, make a living on YouTube by talking about fictional spacecraft or any other crazy topic of your choosing, feel free to check out our free masterclass in the links below. You will thoroughly enjoy it. Alright guys, please subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.